Hey everyone, it's Cosplay here, and I'm going to show you how to make a muscle arm. My first video, so here we go. So to make a muscle arm, this is what I use to make my Doomslayer cosplay. It's in the work in progress right now, but a lot of you have been asking how I made my arms and how to make my other muscle suits. So in this video, I'm going to show you kind of like the basic steps that I took, and some of the techniques that I used and the materials that I used. Okay, so got this out of the way. First things first is I made it out of upholstery foam. You can get this from Joann Fabrics or Amazon. I got a 3-yard roll for about 23 bucks or so. You can get some on Amazon for about the same price, maybe a little less, but it's up to you. You can also get this 1-inch stuff from Joann's as well. This came from Amazon because I didn't find any at Joann's, but whichever you want to use. Depends on the size of the muscles that you're making and how much depth you want to build to them, okay? So that's the foam that I used. Next is how you're going to glue your foam to your suit. Did some research, and what I found works best is this Foam Fast 74. It's relatively expensive in terms of like adhesives, but it does a good job. It lasts pretty well, sprays pretty well, comes out really tacky, and 1 can will get you pretty far. I think I made my Spawn cosplay with it, and I used about maybe 3 cans for upper body. I did end up using about 5 or 6 cans in total when I did all the skinning and sealing and stuff like that. So, Foam Fast 74. Then you want to have something to glue your suit, your muscles to, and you can use anything from a full spandex suit to just a compression shirt. For the muscle suit, I just use a compression shirt for it. And so for my Spawn suit, I use a full body latex suit. And then you want to have something you can skin your muscle suit with. So for my arms, I just use some women's pantyhose. Pretty simple. I took off, of course, the foot section, and then I just used most of the leg section to skin it, and you'll see that in the video later. But you can also use what's called cotton batting that I got from Joann's as well, but I used that on my Spawn suit, and I'll show that at a later time. So those are all the materials. Next, I'm gonna show you how I do it and my techniques that I use for it. So let's jump into it. So first, once you have your pattern cut out, you will spray adhesive onto your fabric and then adhesive onto your foam, and then wait until it becomes kind of tacky. From there, you'll simply place down your foam onto your fabric and make sure that you are pressing down your edges. In order to get nice smooth edges and rounded edges, you want to make sure that you're pressing down firmly and kind of using your fingers to roll it out. So continue watching to see how I do it. So once your muscles are glued down, the next step is, of course, skinning. So for my muscle suit, what I use is women's pantyhose. I took the leg of the pantyhose and stretched it over the entire arm. From there, I rolled up half the leg and then sprayed down my adhesive into all of the recesses of the muscle. From there, I carefully rolled down the pantyhose and then began massaging the fabric into that adhesive, making sure that it stuck really well. So continue watching to see how I did it. So as I mentioned before, when you're beginning to roll down the pantyhose, you want to make sure that you are moving kind of slow. So that way you don't get any wrinkles or snags in your fabric as you're pulling it down. Once your fabric is down, then of course begin massaging that fabric into the glue area so that it gets a nice strong hold. Once you're done with one half of the arm, then you'll roll down the top half and repeat that same process that you did for the first half. So once you have your skin glued down, you'll want to begin adding your latex. Before I did mine, I sprayed down a layer of the adhesive so that way I have a nice texture. And then from there, I sponged on my latex in about 3 or 4 layers to make sure that it is thin but still strong enough to hold up to my movement. Once the latex is all finished, the next and final step is the painting. For my muscle arms, what I did is I mixed 3 different shades of color to create that base skin tone that I wanted. Once it was all mixed, I then applied a small bit of the paint to an inconspicuous area of the arms so that I made sure that I was satisfied with the skin tone before making a larger batch and then applying it to the rest of the suit. So once you have your base color down, you can then go back with a darker color to create a more realistic skin tone. For mine, I took a darker brown and went over the muscle arms in a circular pattern to create that nice blotchy, patchy skin tone. From there, I went back into the recesses of the muscles to kind of really make it look like he had some deep cuts for his muscles and to kind of make him pop a little bit. Alright, so hopefully you learned something in the video, how to make your own very own muscle arms here. And yeah, some little considerations to think about when you're doing your muscle arms though is the painting. As you can kind of see, there's a little bit of wear and tear in the bicep here just from the armor being slid on and scraped off. And so it kind of roughs up that paint job a little bit, but that's okay. It's a quick fix with some paint and the airbrush to kind of heal it, so to speak. You don't really see it, so I don't necessarily worry about it too much, but when I get to the final look to the armor, I'll probably go back and fix that up. So if you're ever looking to add a little bit of bulk to your arms there, of course, then get you a set of these. Alrighty. If you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.